Big update on the cloud seeding process here in the national capital when the pollution is high. As per Delhi government sources, there will be no cloud seeding today. This as the moisture content of the cloud is below 30%.
देखिए अभी आईएमडी के मुताबिक 10 से 15% ही अभी तक भी मॉइस्चर है। कल हमारी 10 से 15% वाले मॉइस्चर में ट्रायल हो गई है और अब जो अगली ट्रायल है वो 10 से 15% मॉइस्चर से ज़्यादा मॉइस्चर 20%, 25% मॉइस्चर पे होगी। शाम तक की उम्मीद है जो आईएमडी के मुताबिक कि शाम 4 बजे के बाद मॉइस्चर और बढ़ने की उम्मीद है। तो जैसे ही मॉइस्चर की रिपोर्ट आएगी तो अगली ट्रायल फिर से शुरू की जाएगी। अभी मॉइस्चर जैसे बढ़ेगा तो उसमें बरसात की परसेंटेज बढ़ जाती है, लेकिन 50% हिस्टोरिकली 50% मॉइस्चर पे तो बरसात हुई है। अभी आईआईटी की ये कोशिश है कि अलग अलग परसेंटेज ऑफ मॉइस्चर पे अलग अलग ट्रायल कंक्लूड की जाए ताकि एक ऑथेंटिक डेटा हाथ में आए कि कितने मॉइस्चर पे बरसात होने की पक्की संभावना है। ऐसी अभी तक रिसर्च चल रही है।
In related news, IIT Kanpur, the brain behind the cloud seeding experiment, has now said that the cloud seeding activity has been put on hold due to insufficient moisture in the clouds, and the process, they say, is dependent on right conditions. Ishika now joining me live. Ishika, 3.2 crores is what I believe the experiment costs. It's now been put on hold. What do you have for us?
Make possible to the coming days.
So when the next trial is going to happen? Well, yes, in fact, if we talk about the cloud seeding that happened today, there were 2 trials that were conducted yesterday. And the big question certainly was only on the moisture content. Because if you look at yesterday's assessment, it was 15 to 20% only moisture that was recorded. And that is why what we saw on the ground was just precipitation. Now, in fact, today, if we talk about what's the government's strategy ahead, well, joining us now is the Environment Minister in the Delhi government, Manjinder Singh Sirsa, with us. Sir, how do you see the yesterday's 2 trials that you conducted on cloud seeding?
Those were the successful trials. The purpose of the trial was to find out that in how much moisture can Delhi get a rain. So yesterday the moisture was between 10 to 15%. So that was the first trial on the clouds done by IIT Kanpur. IIT Kanpur is trying to study that in the Delhi conditions, at what point of time with how much percentage of moisture can Delhi get a rain. This was the first trial, and these kind of trials, there will be another 7 to 8 more trials in coming days.
You're saying 7 to 8 more trials, sir. Any of these trials being conducted today as well, sir?
See, as of now, when we are talking, the moisture is in the cloud is around 10 to 15%. We are waiting to increase. The IMD has said that by after 4 o'clock, there is a chances of more moisture in the air, in the clouds. The moment we'll get that report, we'll try to do a cloud seeding again, maybe today or tomorrow.
So yesterday, when these 2 trials were conducted, we saw precipitation, but not actually, what you were expecting, the artificial rain. Are you still calling it successful?
No, yes, it's 100% successful. The reason being was the purpose was the trial. It was not just for the rain purpose, because we don't have a data in our hand that at what point of time we should do a cloud seeding. That is the reason IIT is doing a trial, and that is the reason it is called a trial. So as far as the trial is concerned, it was a successful trial.
So now the opposition, the Aam Aadmi Party, is attacking you. They are also, in fact, doing the personal attack on you. But besides that, also they are questioning that is it actually a waste of public money, is what they are calling it.
See, Aam Aadmi Party has been trying to do so in last 10 years. They have been every year they were saying कि हम cloud seeding से बरसात कराएंगे, हम cloud seeding से artificial rain कराएंगे. They were not able to achieve even a single C of the cloud seeding. So with the guidance of Rekha Gupta ji, the Chief Minister of Delhi, the government is able to get the majority of that purpose is the cloud seeding, which is signing agreement with IIT Kanpur, getting the plane, getting it modified, getting the mixture done, and trying to get the spray and get the results. So definitely they will be speaking against us because they feel that they have been the biggest failure in last 10 years. That is the reason now they are shouting against us.
Well, sir, our anchor also has one question for you. Yes, Vedika.
Ishika, my question for the Delhi minister is 3.2 crore rupees is what we're spending, I believe, on this experiment. When are we willing to go ahead? I mean, for how long will we go ahead with it? When will we say, okay, this is not working, and what are the alternative strategies that the Delhi government is working on along with cloud seeding at this point?
So if we talk about, the cost that is going here for the cloud seeding. So, sir, you talk about the cost there, the questions are being raised. So how do you, see that also? Because there is, in fact, amount of money that is going there. And till when are you going to proceed with these cloud seeding trials?
So each trial is costing us around 20 to 25 lakh, as I earlier said. And we will have around 9 to 10 such trials. The purpose of getting these trials is, as I said earlier, is to find out that under what conditions we can get a rain here in Delhi. So this is a study done by the IIT Kanpur. I do not understand how can Aam Aadmi Party simply say that is a waste of money. The waste of money was when you put a 200 crore rupees air purifier here in Delhi, which was useless as putting as a junk. The waste of money was when you put 20 crore on ordnance. That was the waste of money.
So, sir, till the time Delhi sees artificial rain, the cloud seeding trials will continue?
Yes, it will continue.
Well, in fact, as you heard here, Vedika, the Environment Minister clearly saying here that until and unless, Delhi sees the artificial rain, the cloud seeding trials here will continue. And,
right.
Despite that also, the Environment Minister goes on to say that there are various other steps also that are being taken on the ground, especially the steps under the GRAP that is already implemented here in the national capital. Over to you.
All right, thank you for that interview there. Some clarity from the Delhi government on how long these trials will go on for. According to the Delhi Environment Minister, it takes about 20 to 25 lakhs every time this experiment is conducted, and they're ready to conduct about 9 to 10 experiments. But now let's tell you about the air in the national capital this morning. What I can tell you is, I have been coughing for the last 1 week, and so have my colleagues in the newsroom, and that is the case wherever you go. The air in the national capital this morning remains very poor. It's in the very poor category, with air quality index around central Delhi's ITO at about 307 as per the Central Pollution Control Board. This even as Delhi government conducted 2 cloud seeding trials yesterday to induce artificial rain in the capital as part of measures to curb the deteriorating pollution levels. Now, you have the Delhi Environment Minister say that, well, these are experiments we're carrying out, these are trials, they were successful. However, the 2 sorties from Kanpur and Meerut failed to induce rain and are yet to yield any visible results. It is important to understand that despite the efforts to reduce the AQI there has been no significant drop in these pollution levels and only marginal rains which have not helped the national capital to breathe any better. Meanwhile, IIT Kanpur in a statement said that the trial had been successful for cloud seeding with 8 shot flared in outer Delhi area. But today, they have also come out and said that they will not be holding any trials today. The initiative, of course, has another flashpoint in Delhi's politics. Former Delhi Chief Minister and Aam Aadmi Party leader Saurabh Bharadwaj and, of course, Arvind Kejriwal have questioned the BJP-led government's decision to conduct trials on a day when the India Met Department had already forecast rain. The Aam Aadmi Party went ahead and called the operation a complete failure of all government engines. The comments came in as the capital's Environment Minister, Manjinder Sirsa, hailed the exercise as successful. The BJP, meanwhile, has trained guns at Arvind Kejriwal, saying that despite flaunting his IIT degree, the Kejriwal government failed miserably to control the biggest problem in Delhi, which is pollution. I want to now take you through some of the pollution levels in the national capital region and beyond for you to understand how this has been a big fail. Let's just bring you some of them. There's Bahadurgarh, where it's 370. Delhi City Fort is what I want to show you, 339. These are real-time levels that I'm bringing to you. Then you have Wazirpur in Delhi, which is 333. Also, let's bring you another one from Delhi after Wazirpur. Well, Panchkula is in the outskirts. It's beyond Chandigarh, but that also heavily impacted, being 332, and Nehru Nagar being 324. So that's what we're talking about, that there has been no impact on the pollution levels in Delhi, despite the 2 attempts yesterday at cloud seeding. The Delhi government says that it is a success, but of course, we're not seeing any respite to us Delhiites right here in the center of that pollution level being so high and toxic. Let's bring you the politics over cloud seeding. Some statements coming in from leaders from different political parties.
देखिए, प्रदूषण एक ऐसी गंभीर समस्या है जो 12 महीने की है और दिल्ली की हमारी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार और केंद्र सरकार मिलकर इस समस्या को लेकर बहुत गंभीर है और इसको दूर करने के लिए एक लंबे उपाय की जरूरत है। मुझे खुशी इस बात की है कि दिल्ली की सरकार फौरी उपाय ऐसे कर रही है कि जिससे जनता को तुरंत आराम मिल जाए और क्लाउड सीडिंग अगर इस मामले में इसका उपयोग होता तो मैं इसका स्वागत करता हूं। लेकिन फिर मेरा मानना यह है कि लगातार इस काम को बढ़ाने की जरूरत है और हम लगातार दिल्ली वालों के लिए स्वच्छ हवा का प्रबंध करें, इसके लिए हमारी सरकार गंभीर है।
कृत्रिम वर्षा और क्लाउड सीडिंग के नाम पे बड़ा फर्जीवाड़ा कर रहे हैं। ये कहा जा सकता है कि भगवान इंद्र करेंगे वर्षा और दिल्ली सरकार करेगी खर्चा। नेचुरल रेन कल से आप देख सकते हैं कि छठ पूजा के दिन हो रही थी, अलग अलग जगह हल्की हल्की बारिश हुई है। तो इन्होंने कह दिया अब आज हम जो है नकली बारिश कराएंगे। अरे भाई, जब असली हो रही है तो तुम नकली क्यों कराओगे? दिवाली के अगले दिन इन्हें करानी थी, तब इन्होंने कराई नहीं। बीच में इन्होंने एक दिन कह दिया कि हमने बुराड़ी के अंदर सक्सेसफुली करा दी और बुराड़ी के 11 साल से रहे विधायक संजीव झा जी ने प्रेस वार्ता की कि बुराड़ी में तो कहीं बारिश हुई नहीं।
So while there's been little rain or no rain, there is a political storm that has of course ensued. You have the Delhi government saying that, hey, our trials yesterday were successful, but the brain behind these trials, which is the director of the IIT Kanpur branch, he has said that cloud seeding attempts yesterday was not successful. He was in conversation with my colleague Shivarur.
First question to you, sir, is can you give us a sense of whether today's cloud seeding experiment was successful? The flight took place earlier today. We haven't had an update since then. We haven't seen rain either. What happened, sir?
So we actually did two sorties, one in the afternoon, one slightly later in the evening. A total of, I believe, 6 plus 8, 14 flares have been fired. I just want to make one correction. I was listening to you that these flares consist exclusively of silver iodide particles. That is not quite correct. We have our own mixture where the silver iodide content is only about 20%. The rest is a combination of rock salt and common salt.
Okay.
So this, as I said, this was fired. The aircraft has returned to Meerut airfield. There hasn't been any rain so far. So in that sense, it was not completely successful. But unfortunately, the clouds that are present today do not have very high moisture content. I'm told it was only up to 15-20%. So the possibility of causing rain with such low moisture content is not very high. But we hope that at least this trial has given more confidence to our team that we can continue conducting these trials. And we'll again try tomorrow and let's see what happens.
How many more such flights are scheduled, sir, as part of this particular experiment?
So tomorrow we are going to do 2 more flights. And then we'll continue doing as and when we get cloud cover.